Quick note on editing in this Granicus govAccess system. Your homepage has shortcuts at the top. You can add new shortcuts from here. And if there's something you don't use very often, you can just pull it out. And if there's something you want in there, then you can go put it in. Which one did I have? So most of these I don't use. Pages, though, that's one we use all the time. A couple views on pages. There's the list view, which lists recently edited or published. This is nice because, again, it says when it was last published or edited and by whom. And so often I'll just come in here and search for part of the name. And then it'll just filter the results for me. And then you can edit by clicking on the item, or if you go over here, then you can choose to edit design if you want to get right into editing the page body. Alternatively, you can go to the tree view and find items related on our mega menu tree. So you can search through the tree for things, whatever you're looking for. And then once you find the page you want, and then if you want to edit the content of the page, it's edit design. I'm just going to go through the other way. Let's look at this one again. And if you click the title from the list view, then that first takes you to a summary, details about the page, kind of metadata about the page. And usually we don't mess with that unless we want to change the name of the title. And typically we don't need to do that because we thought well about the name before, right? Maybe. So here is actually a preview of the page. I'm not editing yet, and it just says review page at the top. If I want to actually edit anything in the body here, then I have to hit edit. There's all kinds of different content items that you can put in here. And so they're located over here, the widget library, alphabetized, or you can use the most frequently used ones. So content area is big. Page title, we should really get rid of that. Talk about that another day. Image button widget is kind of cute. The accordion widget is popular these days. Next year will be something else. JavaScript and functionality from JavaScript stuff doesn't work here. So for example, the toggling of these things doesn't work when I'm in edit view, but you'll notice this page is set up that all of those items that were hidden are viewable in edit mode, which is kind of nice. And you can edit things in two ways here. For regular content areas, you can just click in the content area, and then you can edit right on the page. There's a little menu that'll pop up at the top or the bottom, depending on the orientation, and you can edit stuff. For some things, like the tooltips on this page, you actually have to get into the HTML because you can't edit them on the WYSIWYG editor here. So I could get into the HTML view here and then go look for the tooltips. And so here, if you're not familiar with HTML, don't mess with this, ask somebody else to, but you can see I have a tooltip section with an actual tooltip text, and then I can jump in here and edit the tooltip text if I want to. When you're done editing, first always turn off the HTML view to make sure you didn't mess up the visual version of all that HTML, because if you have some bit of syntax not right, then it could screw up everything else on the page. So again, if you are in HTML view, leave HTML view to see what it looks like. Okay, it looks like I didn't screw anything up. And then if you were done, you click out of the box and then you can save so that you can continue editing, or publish. Publish is a save and publish together. Save means it records your edits, but they're not live for other people to see. For some of these widgets here, you can't edit them directly like I did on this screen here. You have to actually click on the wrench in the upper right corner of them to edit. And each widget has a slightly different editing interface. The content editing interface looks a lot like it did earlier, except I just have a toolbar with a bunch more tools there. When you're making links to other pages, if the pages live in the website, you should find them using internal links and not hand code those links yourself. If they're external links, then you should be viewing the page in a browser and copy and paste that URL into wherever it needs to go. So for example, our register here is an external website. It's not part of the BMCC website. And so I had to view that page, make sure I had the right address for it. And then here, I could then add that link by pasting it in there. So again, if it's an internal page, use the internal links option. If it's an external page, then you're going to use the regular link option for stuff outside of our website. And then when you're done, hit save. All right, I think that's about it. Sometimes pages will have multiple content areas. So you can see there's the content area for the steps, content area for more information, content area for other information. And sometimes it makes sense to have multiple content areas on a page. Sometimes it makes sense to have just one. It depends on the content. All right, that's it. Publish, and we're done. Good luck. Have fun. See you soon.